Hello everybody and welcome to today's severe weather update. So we have dual enhanced severe weather threats today. The first enhanced risk is across eastern Colorado, southwest Kansas, and northwestern Oklahoma in the orange. And then our second enhanced risk is across southeastern Michigan, central northern Ohio, western Pennsylvania, southwest New York State, and far eastern Indiana. We have a slight risk across the eastern half of Colorado through northeast New Mexico, all the way into south central Kansas and north central Oklahoma, as well as from the Great Lakes through the Tennessee Valley into the southeast, and a marginal risk in the dark green, all the way from the Eastern Rockies through most of the central and eastern U.S. in the dark green. So looking at today's tornado threat, we have a 2% chance of tornadoes across eastern Colorado, southwest Kansas, the Oklahoma Panhandle, northeast New Mexico, in the green, including Denver, Pueblo, Garden City, Liberal. Make sure you're preparing for an isolated spin-up tornado today if you live in this green area. And then we have a much broader 2% tornado risk from South Carolina through Georgia, Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Michigan, New York State, with many cities included. So if you are in this green area, make sure you are preparing for an isolated tornado today as well. But the main threat today is going to be damaging straight line winds, where another derecho is possible across portions of Colorado, Kansas, and Oklahoma, where we have a 30% chance of damaging straight line winds of 58 miles per hour or stronger within 25 miles of a location for areas like Garden City, Liberal, Woodward. And then we have a hatched area, which means that we could be seeing several of these wind gusts in excess of 75 miles per hour or hurricane force. So make sure you're preparing for a potential derecho from eastern Colorado through southwest Kansas and northwest Oklahoma today. 15% wind risk in the yellow surrounding that. And then looking at our other 30% wind risk across southeast Michigan, much of Ohio, western Pennsylvania. Also a 30% damaging wind risk within 25 miles of a location. So make sure you're preparing for numerous damaging wind gusts if you live across Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Michigan as well. 15% damaging wind risk all the way from Michigan and Pennsylvania through the Tennessee Valley and the Southeast, and a 5% damaging wind risk in the Brown area. And looking at the large hail threat, we have a significant hail threat centered over southeast Michigan, northwest Ohio, northeastern Indiana. We have a 30% chance of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location in the red area, including Detroit, Fort Wayne, and Cleveland. And then in Detroit and Fort Wayne, we could be seeing hailstones of 2 inches in diameter or larger. We could be seeing golf ball to tennis ball to baseball size hail in these areas today. Make sure you're parking your cars in the garage if you live anywhere in this red hatched area today. 15% chance of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location in the yellow areas, 5% chance in the brown. Also, another hatched area from Denver and Pueblo across eastern Colorado for significant hail. So timing out the storms first across the Eastern Rockies and Western Plains. By noon today, we're going to likely see storm initiation across portions of Wyoming, Colorado, and Nebraska. And as we go through the afternoon, we're going to start to see our storms intensify across southeast Wyoming and northeastern Colorado. Going into 4 o'clock Central Daylight Time, we could be seeing several discrete supercells producing large hail across northeast Colorado, southeastern Wyoming. This is going to continue through the evening, and then as we go through about 6 o'clock, we are going to start to see the storms merge into a possible derecho and MCS across eastern Colorado, producing large hail and damaging wind gusts in excess of 75 miles per hour going to 7 and 8 o'clock. This mesoscale convective system is going to push into western Kansas, southeast Colorado, and then as we go into the overnight, between around 9-10 p.m. Could be seeing a powerful MCS moving across Kansas with additional large hail producing storms in eastern Colorado behind the initial MCS. Going through 10, even 11 p.m., we could be seeing several storm clusters, a second round across eastern Colorado into the Oklahoma Panhandle, and then the main MCS pushing to southwest Kansas. And then we could be seeing several swaths of wind gusts of over 75 miles per hour by 10, 11, midnight, and then 1 a.m. The storms are going to push into northwest Oklahoma. And then as we go towards 3, 4 a.m., the complex will start to weaken as it moves across north central Oklahoma. Now, looking across the Ohio Valley, timing out the storms in the Ohio Valley, we're going to see big storms initiating across eastern Michigan around 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. And then as we go into around 3 o'clock Central Time, 2 to 3 o'clock, large hail-producing storms could be approaching Indianapolis and Detroit. Going into 4 o'clock, large hail-producing storms moving through Detroit, and then going towards Cleveland around 6 o'clock Central Time, 7 Eastern Time, and then could be seeing another MCS develop across northern Ohio over Lake Erie, and then this MCS is going to push across Pennsylvania, New York through 8, 9, 10 o'clock p.m. Could be seeing a line of damaging winds from eastern Ohio through northwest Pennsylvania through western New York State. 10, 11 o'clock, pushing through central Pennsylvania, New York, and then going into midnight, 1, 2 a.m. Could be seeing a line of damaging storms pushing into southeast New York and southeast Pennsylvania, and going into around 3, 4 a.m. could be seeing a line of damaging winds approaching, going through Baltimore, through Philadelphia, and weakening just before getting to New York City, according to the 12Z of the H-R model, and moving offshore by tomorrow morning. So make sure you're preparing for dangerous severe weather today if you live across Colorado, Kansas, and Oklahoma, as well as across areas like Detroit, Cleveland, Columbus, Pittsburgh, and Fort Wayne. Please stay safe. Thanks for watching today's severe weather update. Have a wonderful day, my friends.